Namaste everyone, I am Loka Guruguntla, transformational coach and personal growth expert. It always fascinates me to learn about life, to learn about human consciousness, to learn about mechanics of the mind, to understand about the power of the soul. This science of spirituality awakened my hidden potentiality. We all have dormant forces, powers within us. They are all in sleeping mode. We all have one desire, a deep intention. Our soul has. It is nothing but awakening its own self. Each one of us has God or goddess in embryo. It has deepest desire. It wants to born through us. It wants to express through us. It wants to celebrate life. What is the meaning of your life? What is the purpose of your life? Where are you going? Where is your destiny? Is our life already predefined before we take the birth? And do we really need to go through our entire life with that destiny that is created either by God or universe? Or can we change our life? Can we live our life differently? We are here to discover our dharma. Our soul wants to realize its potentiality, its power through us. My life, almost more than 23 years, I was living in the age of dark, I can say. I was having dark night of soul experiences. Since my childhood, I was living with loneliness, with confusion. I was like a crazy child. I used to have friends in my childhood who are 5 to 7 years or 10 years younger than me. I was not mingling with many of my friends who are equal to my age group. I was always like a kid. My mother always worried about how will he grow, when will he grow, how will he survive in this life. Everyone is so intellectual, they have so much knowledge, but my son is not growing. He is always behind me. When does he grow? When will he learn? When will he get mature mind? These were the thoughts of my mother, because I will be my mother's loving son. So I was enjoying the play like a child, but not having many intellectual capabilities, whatever that I have right now. After 23 years, after 24 years passed away, then the bigger questions came into my life. I was living my life without meaning. I was living my life without purpose. I did not know what purpose that I am born with. So after joining into corporate field, software job profession, I was unable to mingle up with many of my colleagues. Since my childhood, even when I was studying in the college, in the university, I was having very, very minimal friends. Maybe I can count with my fingertips. Maybe 4 or 5 friends, close friends in my entire life. It was before my 24 years age of my life. So there comes issues, there comes problems, there comes a bigger depression, a major depression. I was going through a lot of suffering. I was having a lot of confusions. I was having a negative mindset. Whenever my friends get good marks in school, I used to feel jealous about them. I used to have negative mindset about them. And my parents, my elder sisters, all of them, they have so many expectations on me. They have a lot of expectations on me that I will achieve something, because I am the only son. I have my elder sisters, but I am the only son to my parents. So they have bigger dreams for me. They want me to earn more money, become successful, and get good marks, especially in the school and colleges. But I was a total failure, my dear friends. I was not a successful student. I was a backbench student. I was very poor at education. I always used to get last rank, last in my school, in my college, in my classroom. So one day, when I was in my 7th standard in a government school, I got a very lesser marks, least marks than my friends. You know, can you imagine how many marks I would have got? Can you imagine how many marks I might have got in my 7th standard? The least marks. For 100 marks in mathematics, I got 2 marks. Only 2 marks. My class teacher, he told me to bring my parents, to bring my father to the school. So as per his instructions, I took my father to school, and in front of 120 classmates in my 7th standard in the government school where I was studying, in front of everyone, this teacher, mathematics teacher, he told my father, "Why are you sending your son to school? He is such a big failure. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know how to read. He doesn't know what to write in exams. See his answer sheets. He got only 2 marks, 2 marks. He was showing his fingers. I still, as I am sharing this with you, I still have very vivid vision, image of what happened when I was a child in my 7th standard. And it was, I felt so ashamed. I felt so worried. And he told, the teacher, class teacher told my father, better you take him to your farm so that he can work. He is not good at education. I felt so depressed, so worried, so sad. I was crying because everyone is laughing, putting their fingers at me that I am a failure. Like this, many instances happened in my life. I have grown up with a lot of negative thinking because of such incidents that happened in my life. There were many friends who were bullying me, judging me, labeling me as a dumb student, as a numb student. He is not good at education. He is not studying. He is not playing with us, with our age group. With all these thoughts in the mind, when I grew up, when I finished my graduation and then post-graduation, I finished my master's degree, MCA, and then with meditation, I got job in Wipro, but I was unable to move freely with my colleagues, and I was a silent observer. I was not working well. I was not mingling with colleagues because I did not know how to connect with friends. I did not know how to work efficiently. Whatever the tools that I learned now, I did not know. I was unlucky, but I am lucky now that at the very early age, in the year 2010, I learned meditation, and then with these concepts that I learned from teachers, I awakened the potentiality of my mind. The very gift that I got through my practices is knowing my dharma, discovering my dharma. Dharma means, it's a Sanskrit word. In English, it is called purpose. For 24 years of my life, I lived without purpose. I lived my life for the sake of others, for the sake of my family, for the sake of just to get a good job. But beyond that, I did not know anything. Even many of us in our life, we live life as if we don't know anything. As if there is only one portion of life. Life is bigger. Life is magical. Life is miraculous. Life is beautiful. And my patterns, my beliefs, my limited thinking has swiped away, it has gone away, it has vanished from me. All the self limitations vanished after knowing my purpose. For the very first time in the year 2011, I heard about a person. His name is Dr. Newton Kondaviti. After hearing about this person, I get more interest to know about him. And after knowing about him, I connected so strongly. After listening to his talks, his lectures, I realized I want to live my life like him. I want to teach people like him. I want to discover my purpose. So these purpose seeds started growing from 2010 onwards. And after discovering my dharma, my purpose, my life is totally different. I was living by default earlier. I was living from the expectations of others, from the society. But after discovering my dharma, after realizing my purpose, after awakening my potentiality, my life is totally different now. It has totally transformed now. Are you aware of your purpose? Did you discover your purpose? Do you know what is the meaning of your life? So these questions entered into me when I was 23 and 24 age. So these questions churned me. I went into major depressions, highly suicidal depression I had in the year 2010 and 11 and almost in the beginning of the 2012 year, because it was a dark night of soul experience I was having. And after meeting my master, my teacher, I realized that there is a grander life, there is a bigger life, there is a magical life which is waiting for us. Until that moment, I was thinking only if I get a good job, good salary, I'll be happy, I'll be successful. But that is not true yardstick of success. I have redefined, rediscovered, redesigned my life completely in a brand new way. Like how the walls which are painted, before that it was a plain wall. But we can choose which color to paint, what to paint, how beautifully we can decorate the house. Like that, we can design, we can craft our life. Dear friends, why do we need to discover our dharma? You might get this question. Why should one know their purpose? Because we want to experience limitless potentiality, unlimited energy, unlimited power which is residing in our soul. A seed, small seed, doesn't think about being a seed all the time. When you take any seed of any tree, that seed has a dream, a desire. It wants to grow like a big tree. The tiniest seed, the banyan seed, has the intention, has the dream, has the purpose to become a big wild forest. A tiny seed has that purpose. A seed will never think that I will die like a seed. But human beings, we continue to live without realizing our purpose. Our thinking always takes us in different directions. Many of us in our life, especially youngsters, we are not taught in schools, in colleges, in universities. We might get PhDs, but no university in the world teaches about our dharma. One of the Buddha's disciples, 2600 years ago, asked, when Buddha was going from one village to another village, one disciple asked Buddha, Buddha, can you please tell me the meaning of life? Can you explain me what is life all about? Then Buddha immediately looked aside and he has shown a wheel which is there nearby Buddha. The Buddha said, this is what life is all about. And the disciple did not understood. What is that? Buddha is showing this wheel, round wheel, the bullock cart wheel, and telling that this is what life is all about. So the disciple asked Buddha, the grander master, Master, please explain in detail about life. Then Buddha said, as you are looking at this wheel, there are many spokes to that wheel. As we know, there are many spokes to the wheel. So all these spokes are nothing but our desires, our thoughts, our achievements, or our intentions, or all the things that we want to get in life. It's like all the wheel spokes are like things that we want to accumulate in life. And the one connecting circular link, that is what life. So we revolve around life, like how a cycle, a wheel revolve around itself, circularly rotate on its own. Like how this wheel rotates in a circular motion, and these spokes are nothing but our life experiences, the things that we are caught up in, and this wheel is always rotating in a circular motion. Even we in life, we go through the same life process again and again and again and again and again, without knowing our purpose. We are so caught up with our life experiences, and we forget to know the very meaning of life. And Buddha asked this disciple, what is the most essential thing in the wheel? I ask you the same question. What is the most essential thing in the wheel? Are the spokes, or the circular thing which is connecting all the spokes? What is the important thing in the wheel? And the disciple was telling, dear master, the spokes are important. Without that, those spokes, it won't connect that big circle, the bigger one. And another disciple beside Buddha said, no master, it is important that the wheel should be in a proper circle shape. There should not be zigzag kind of thing in the wheel. And each one started defining about what is important in the wheel, and they could not get the right answer. Here comes the master explanation. Buddha said, it is the center of the wheel which is the most essential thing for it to rotate. If the center space is not there, the space is not there in the center, that wheel cannot move properly. That is the most important thing. Even in our life also, if we correlate that example given by Buddha with our own life, we are caught up with all the experiences. We have never connected to that center space. That is our core essence. That is our purpose. That is our soul living area. So when we connect to the inner space within us, we discover our purpose. As we have all the constructions, the buildings, before this building constructed, what was there before this building constructed? You might say there was another building. There might be another building. Okay, what was there before that building got constructed? If we go back, it goes back to the space. There was nothing. It was emptiness earlier. In that emptiness, this building, beautiful building, has constructed. The Giza pyramids, Eiffel Tower, Taj Mahal. Before all the constructions, there was an empty space. So when we go into our stillness, our empty space, we get answers to these bigger questions of life. We know the purpose of life. Without discovering our purpose, our dharma, we live life with misery. We live life with suffering. That's why Buddha has left everything to discover his dharma, his purpose, to understand the root cause of suffering, to understand the many questions that he got in life. So he discovered with meditation. We are also here to understand the purpose. When we understand the purpose, when we know the purpose, we understand there are many dimensions to life. When we don't know about dharma of our life, purpose of our life, we think only money is the only goal, only motivation in our life. But the person who realize their potentiality, their power, their purpose, they live grandest life, the biggest life, the magical life. I have experienced a lot of magical coincidences in my life after connecting to my purpose, my dharma. So there are three components that will define us to know about our dharma. The first component or first question is knowing your purpose, knowing yourself first. When you know yourself, when you know who you truly are, beyond all the masks that we wear, our purpose will awaken. And second component is we all have given innate talents and skills as gifts within us. We need to activate those talents, those gifts, those unique skills. You are a unique person. There is no one exactly like you. You are you. I am me. Your mother is your mother. Your teacher is your teacher. In the entire universe, there is no one exactly like you. And you have a unique purpose waiting for you. And third component for discovering our dharma is service, contribution, helping others, knowing yourself, knowing what are your gifts, what are your inborn talents, and third one is contribution. These three components will awaken our dharma to the fullest. In the step-by-step manner, you will discover. So at the end of this sharing, I will be guiding you into a beautiful process which will help you to start having these bigger questions. You can repeat this guidance again and again in your life every day. So you will see magical coincidences start to happen in your life. You will see you meet the right person. You encounter right situation which will trigger your growth. So these are the questions, three questions which we need to ask. First question is, who am I? Who I really am? Socrates, the Greek philosopher, said, an unexamined life is not worth living. If we don't examine our life, we don't know the miracle of life. As Socrates said, we need to examine our life. Who am I? With this question. You ask any greatest teachers into spirituality or in any field, they tell you to ask this question. Who am I? Who are you? When we ask this question, who am I may say, I am Loknath, but it is just my name given by my parents. We need to go little deeper into that question, into our own self. So when we keep on going into depth of our being with this question, all these layers, all these masks will fade away. We may say our name, we may say I am wife of or husband of this person, we may say I am the chairman of the company, we may say I am a father, I am a teacher. These are all the roles that we play. We are all caught up with our roles so deeply that we forget our own being and we are thinking and living that we are the role that we are playing. You are not the actor, you are not the character, you are the actor in the movie. Like how a person playing hero role in the movie, after the shooting is over, he is just a person. It was a character, hero character he was playing in the movie, but he's an actor. So we also need to know the real I, the bigger I that is inside us. Every seed has the treeness within it. Every seed have the tree inside that. We can't see the tree if we open the seed, but the treeness will be there, the ability to become the big tree. So we have the seed intention, seed desire within us to realize our potentiality. I say to you, think like a monk, live like a king. Like how a king lives. But we also need to have monk mind. A king without the stability of the mind is like a crazy king. We should have the monk's mind, and we should have life of a king, so that they both merge. We live the best life. To understand the depth of our life, we need to go in depth of our being with these questions that I am going to guide you. So when we discover our dharma, our purpose, how we know that? How do we know that we are living our purpose? There are some signs, there are some indications. First thing is, when you are living your dharma, you experience timelessness, timeless awareness. You enjoy, you immerse yourself into this present moment awareness. You completely forget about past and future. You are completely live in the now, live in the moment. When I say forget about the future or forget about the past, it doesn't mean that you lost your memories, but you have the memories, but you use the memories. A normal person is the one who loses himself in the memories, in the thoughts of past and future. But an enlightened being, a master, who lives beyond the memories. He can use the memories, but he will never allow his memories to use him. That is the level of the mastery that we need to achieve. So when we discover our dharma, we experience immense joy, immense happiness. We love whatever the work that we do. And also there is a flow of abundance in our life. Money comes to you. You might have money problems in your life, but out of nowhere, someone, maybe your friend, close friend, or someone will come and help you. Do you want something? Do you want money? We are there, we will help you. I experienced this in my own life many times. And you start to experience many coincidences, many synchronicities in your life when you discover your dharma. For these reasons, we must discover our dharma. One more thing is, we share our gifts, our talents with the world, with many people. After discovering your dharma, after knowing your talents, you will not sit idle. You want to spread the same wisdom, same thoughts with others, whoever you are going to meet. That's what living life with dharma, living the life from the level of the soul. And now I would like to guide you to a short, powerful process to connect to your dharma. I will guide you to sow these seed thoughts, seed intentions, and one day they will grow into a big tree. So if you are ready, let us begin this process, dear friends. Wherever you are, just sit comfortably, clasp your fingers, cross your legs. You may sit in the chair, you may sit in the sofa, you may sit on the bed, or you can take wall support for doing this process. And I recommend people, if you are driving, please do not attempt to do this. You can stop your vehicle and do this process. Now close your eyes. Allow yourself to gently close your eyes and start witnessing your breath. Withdraw all your senses and go within. Mindfulness of breathing, watching the in-breath and out breath. Buddha used the same practice, the practice of breath awareness, anapanasati meditation, to discover his dharma. Is it only for Buddha? No. The formula is same. Alva Edison invented the bulb, light bulb. The formula is same. Anyone can use the formula. The most simplest, best meditation formula. Breath awareness. Keep watching the breath. As you are watching your breath, you may notice thoughts coming and going, like passing clouds. Whenever you are distracted by the thoughts or the sounds of the environment, gently shift your attention back to the breath. Observe the breath. Every breath will help you to go into deeper, deeper, deeper. Each breath is taking our awareness into stillness, into silence. Let go of the past. Let go of the future. Staying alert, focused with our simple, normal, natural, flowing breath. And in this moment, pay attention to the gaps between your thoughts. There is a silent space in between two thoughts. Pay attention to that gap, the little space. Initially, it may be very tiny space that we experience. With practice, regularly, we experience expansion of the gaps between the thoughts. It is the space, it is the corridor, it is the window, it is the doorway, it is the womb of creation. Nature goes to the same place to create anything, to create a human body, to create rainforest, to create cluster of nebulas, to create your dream house. For anything, for any creation, we go into this space. And in this space, I keep asking these questions. Allow yourself to go into stillness with this question. Answers may come later. Either they may come now or later. Do not worry about the answers. Just be with the questions. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? You might get different responses from your mind, from your body, from your soul. Just observe, witness. Do not try to interpret, do not try to label or judge anything. And sometimes we don't get anything. There is just stillness. Just be with that stillness. Who am I? Who am I? Now moving to the next question. What are my innate talents? What are my gifts? The skills that I am born with? What are my unique talents and gifts? Just asking this question, pondering with this question in the stillness. What are my innate skills and talents? And going into the third question, how may I serve? How may I serve? How may I serve? How can I use my talents, my gifts to help the humanity, to make this world a better place? How may I serve? Remembering all the insights that we are receiving in this process, and returning back to this waking moment. As I count the numbers from 1 to 5, at count 5, you can open your eyes with full alertness. 1, can slowly returning back to this waking alert moment. 2, returning back, being alert, being focused. 3, feeling fresh and rejuvenated, remembering, bringing all the insights back into this waking moment. 4, every day, in every way, you take leaps and bounds from now onwards. Every day, in every way, you learn and grow. Every day, in every way, you become the best version of yourself. 5, feeling alert, rejuvenated, recharged. Whenever you are ready, you may gently place your hands on your eyelids. You can gently open your eyes with smile, coming back with alertness, awareness, focus. That is wonderful, dear friends. It looks like a so simple process, asking these 3 questions, but whatever that has simplicity in it, we should not underestimate based on simplicity. It is simple but very, very powerful. You keep asking these questions every time you meditate, every time you experience solitude, whenever you go into nature, whenever you are alone. Keep asking these questions, and you don't need to worry about the answers. Questioning part is our side, answering part is universe side, your soul side. She or it will take care. Answers will come in the form of life situations. Answers will come in the form of a right book to you. Answers will come in the form of a right teacher to you. And your life will be on track. Your GPS will be on. And you navigate in the right direction. You create your destiny. Not from thinking, but from being, from the level of your soul. So, my wish, my intention, my dream is, I want you to awaken. I dream you to manifest your dharma in your life. I want you to awaken your fullest potentiality. Do not compromise your life, my dear friend. You are here to grow like a big tree. You are here to spread your wisdom. You are here to share your love. You are here to offer your gifts, your talents. Many, many people are waiting for you, my dear friend. Thank you so much for listening to me with so much of patience, so much of love, so much of gratitude, so much of awareness. I can sense, I can feel your energy wherever we are in, at different places, at different time zones. But it reaches us because we are all one at soul level. I am Loknath, your best friend, your wise friend, your beautiful friend. Same with me also. I feel you are my best companion in this spiritual journey. Without you, I will not fulfill my dharma. I got this opportunity to share my dharma, my purpose about the wisdom of soul, wisdom of purpose with you. Thank you so much. Signing off. Bye bye. See you again.